Hey, this is SEE-HEAR-PROPHESY. Today is Friday, the 13th of September. And boy, was it. I don't believe in that sort of thing at all, but I will say there was a lot of warfare pretty much all day yesterday and last night. Thankfully, everything is back to peace at this point, and I am elated at that and very grateful to God. That we worked through some stuff, and I warred about some stuff, and I contended today, and there definitely was a breakthrough. But I was reminded about some things that I did not put down in my book, or I had them on several different notepads. And so I'm just coming back and trying to recoup some of them. And additionally, I had a fairly large word last Sunday, September 8th. So my apologies for not putting these out sooner. I always wait until I feel for sure that the Lord wants me to put them up. And as you can tell by the dates of my videos, if you hit the video button up on my channel, they'll all load. I think currently there was 33. But the dates are very varied. I only put things up when I feel led to. I don't want to get in front of God, nor do I want to fall behind. And in this case, I'm just a little bit behind. So my apologies. God bless you. I hope you're well. Please stay in prayer. Please stay pressed in, and please prepare as He tells you. So I'm going to jump backwards. July 7th. I happened to find it on a notepad, and I decided to include it with this because it goes very nicely with the word that I got last Sunday on the 8th. So on July 7th, I actually, since I saw the word so, S-O, and so I asked, so what? And then so many people. Then I saw many people in baby swings like they have at parks, where the legs fit through the holes and the baby is suspended in air. They were all swinging at different speeds, some almost hanging still, some faster, and some very fast, and some just erratically, like swinging every which way. The scene changed. Now the people were on scales, and they're the old-time type scales with the bar at top or something to hold it, and it comes down to two different scales, right and left. It was being held by an unseen being, so either the Lord Himself or an angel. And then whoever was holding the scales started dipping them in water. It was like the people were actually getting dunked. They were getting dunked and dunked. And at the time I saw the scale being dunked, I only saw one scale being dunked in the water. So I no longer saw both scales. I just saw one scale being dipped in the water. Then I saw where the angel would, like, I guess, dip in and then pull up. And then I saw the people standing in the water with their heads out. Sorry, I have a lot of traffic out on the road today. Then I saw the angel's hand, and it dipped the scales first left and then right. And the angel did it both, or twice. And then the Lord explained that the first is the church body being cleansed. That's first. As we know, we are first to be cleansed. He cleanses His own house first. And we have been being cleansed now, at least since this word. I have gotten so many times that I have seen the scales. I've seen myself on the scales. I've seen my husband on the scales. I've seen groups of people on the scales ever since July 7th, as a matter of fact. The second, however, He said, is the great washing of the unbelievers. And that's exactly where He left it. He didn't give me another iota about that one. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you about what I saw and what He said last Sunday, September 8th. So prior to church, I asked the Lord, I don't know what made me ask. I guess He made me ask if I should take my worship flag. And He said, no, go and write and write. Go and sit and write and write and write. And I thought, okay, so I left it behind. I wasn't second guessing, but I always look for confirmation. And without saying anything, He must have known that I was looking for confirmation. And so He said, did you hear me? And He sounded serious. And I said, yes. And He said, no, go and sit and write and write and write. And so pretty much that's what I did. I was just talking back and forth with the Lord on the way to church, and He answered something sharply, which made me ask Him, Lord, are you angry with me? And He said, no, I am not angry with you. I am angry with my people overall. They do not believe in my word. They do not think it is coming. It shall all be another time, another generation. And there was a brief pause. But they will be sorely and shockingly mistaken. And then He said, they do not want me to come. They want a stay of execution. And so that was the main word. But then He went on saying, prophesy to my people, wake up, wake up, wake up. Do you want the world to wake you? Then later He just said, and it was quieter, seeds left dormant and unwatered will wither as the grass. Let me break down the walls or be broken beyond repair. Prepare, time is at hand. And then later He said, as you know, my people have been on the scales and they've been lowered into the water. Be cleansed. Be cleansed. He said that twice and very seriously. Then He showed me a basket which seemed to be in the place of the scale now, and an angel brought it close and showed me it was people inside the basket. And I saw them going to, and the basket was in the same flat space, but the people were going to and fro in the basket, to one side and then the other, and then occasionally splitting apart and then coming back together and one side and the other. So at first they were doing it, and then the angel started tipping the basket one way or the other, and again they'd go back and forth and left and right and forward and back and split and come back together, sometimes splitting apart and then coming back together, but in the end all the people were on one side of the basket. And this is what the Lord said in regards to that. He said, this is His people, or this is my people. They go back and forth, to and fro. They split apart, which is division, and He hates division. They are on the scale now. As the scale tips, they will be moved back and forth, but in the end, the ones that are left will be together on the same side. So that was the big word from Sunday, September 8th. Please, anything I say, anything anybody says, please take it to the Lord always. Holy Spirit will give you confirmation or a denial. I don't want to speak any false prophecies. That's why I'm very careful about what I put up. I only put up when I'm sure He's telling me to. I only speak to other people about it when I'm sure He's telling me to. But if I don't do that, then there's a lot of blood on my hands. And so just take it to the Lord, and please stay pressed in. Prepare as He tells you to. I really believe at this time, if you hear from the Lord or see from the Lord, that you know He's been asking most of us to do something, to prepare in some way. I'm not saying that you have to, whatever He tells you to do. I live in Ohio. Um, One of the biggest things he told me, water, 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 water. Um, and it's like he cannot stress it enough. And I fell a little behind, and then I used up some of my supply, and so I'm trying to start to replenish some of that. Lastly, I'm just going to leave you. It was an unknown date. I believe it was in August. He had started me walking because I need to lose some weight, but he told me he was taking me out of the house to get me away from distractions. And then 2 or 3 days into it, he told me that he was actually trying to help me with my cause to try to lose weight, but he also needed to build up muscle, because some of the mantle on me and some of the things coming, um, I was going to need to be in a lot better shape than I currently am now. So it is an unknown date, I believe in August, and just the corporate part of it was coming adversities, or excuse me, I'm calling it coming adversities. He said there are coming adversities to the earth that will make the strongest hearts faint. And that was what he said. So God bless you. Please stay in touch. If you want to contact me, you can email me at SEE-HEAR-PROPHESY@gmail.com. Thank you very much.